Welcome back to Hometown Friends. When we think about what makes someone resilient, able to bounce back from stress, adversity, or trauma, we often point to grit, family support, or mental toughness. But one source of resilience that's quietly being overlooked: childhood friendships. Long before we had the language of emotional regulation, we had friends on the playground, in tree houses, on long bike rides, and school field trips. These friendships weren't just social, they were developmental lifelines. And according to a growing body of psychological and developmental research, they played a crucial role in shaping our capacity for resilience. In early childhood, co-regulation, the ability to calm ourselves down, is often learned through the presence of soothing caregivers. But friends become an extension of that system. A best friend can make the school day feel safe. A classmate who shares your lunch can turn exclusion into belonging. When I was 12 years old, I was very overweight and often felt afraid of being teased. My best friend Rich never teased me, and he reflected back to me that I was worthwhile and capable. He sat next to me on the bus, we ate lunch together, and he would invite me over to his house after school. His father took us to baseball games on the weekends, and we had sleepovers at each other's homes. We talked about the girls we liked, and we laughed a lot. Dare I say, we loved each other. Research shows that children who have at least one stable, supportive peer relationship are significantly more likely to cope well with adversity, including family instability, academic stress, and social rejection. Friends give us mirrors. Through them, we begin to understand how others see us. With them, we experiment with who we are becoming. According to developmental psychologist Erik Erikson, middle school childhood is a time when identity begins to take shape. Peer approval becomes central. Having a friend who accepts you unconditionally during this period can solidify a sense of self-worth that lasts into adulthood. In times of family tension or emotional neglect, friendships can serve as buffers, offering connection, joy, and protection. A 20-year longitudinal study published in Child Development found that high-quality friendships in adolescence predicted better coping, lower anxiety, and greater overall psychological well-being in early adulthood. These friendships aren't just extras. They're protective factors, especially for kids navigating hardship. Today's youth are facing an epidemic of loneliness and disconnection, but friendship is still one of the most accessible and powerful interventions we have. And for adults, remembering and reconnecting with childhood friends can also rekindle dormant strengths. It reminds us that we've been known, loved, and resilient all along. Resilience isn't built in isolation. It's built in connection. And some of our most enduring inner resources were first formed in the company of childhood friends. Laughing after school, sticking up for each other, sharing the messy and beautiful beginnings of life. The next time you think about what made you strong, remember who sat next to you on the bus, invited you for a sleepover, paid you attention, and ate lunch with you. Now try this. Take out a piece of paper and write down one or two names of childhood friends. Think about the small moments where they made you feel seen, laughed at your jokes, or played with you on the playground. Remember the small and big ways they paid attention to you and made you feel loved. Feel the warmth and gratitude for these children and for yourself, because you also did that for them. If you like this, please comment and subscribe, and stay connected, everyone.